Margaret, I have arrived safely.
The weather in London is cold and windy.
I plan to go where no man has been before. I plan to find a northwest passage.
As a kid, you must remember how I spent all my time studying Uncle Thomas's books about voyages.
I want to be famous.
I'm about to take a difficult voyage. It will be tough, but I am fully prepared.
Stay safe, and I wish you all the best. Your affectionate brother, R. Walton. Letter 2 to Mrs. Seville. To fulfill my voyage, I got a boat and hired a crew.
I am sad as there is no one to share my success with me.
I want a friend who is just as ambitious as me.
I am aware that I will not find a friend just like me, but I do have my crew, such as my courageous captain.
My voyage is slightly delayed due to the severe winter weather.
I plan to set sail if the season changes to spring, but I will not jeopardize the safety of my crew.
Even though no one else has traveled on this exact voyage, I know it will be marvelous. Letter 3, Dear Mrs. Seville, I'm writing to you to quickly assure you that I'm safe.
My crew is courageous, even though they realize the danger in this trip.
The weather is now much warmer from the last time I wrote to you.
Nothing grand has occurred thus far on this voyage.
I will make the best decisions for my crew and
I will achieve success. Last week, the weather turned on us. Ice began to surround us as the fog thickened.
My crew and I became anxious until we saw a peculiar sight that caught our attention.
We saw a sled being pulled by dogs, headed toward the north.
We saw a creature sitting on the sled who had the shape of a human being, but looked like a monster. We wanted to follow the monster, but we struck the ice.
I awoke the next morning to find my crew all gathered on the side of our boat.
In the water, there sat a man and a dog on a sheet of ice. I went to go talk with the man, and his first question to me was, where was I headed? This question surprised me, but I answered.
The man's health looked extremely poor. He was cold, fatigued, and it appeared he had not had a meal in quite some time. The man fainted.
But my crew and I restored his health. I let him stay in my cabin and was fascinated with him.
The man said he was searching for someone who ran away from him.
I then described to the man of the monster my crew and I saw a few days earlier. This caught the man's attention.
The man started curiously asking many questions.
The man insisted that he go watch for monsters, but I told him my crew would watch while he recovers. The man starts to tell me his story. I grow a brotherly bond to this man. He shares the same passion I do, where once he gets started on something, he only focuses on that one thing.
Each and every day, the man amazes me with his gentle nature.
He is well now, and is constantly on the lookout for the monster.
The man started to cry as he realizes I share his same madness.
As I explained to him my life story, the man and I realized more and more just how alike we truly are.
The stranger then offered to tell me a story that is just as marvelous as my own voyage.
The man then began. The next